a 4-1 defeat today against Chatham. Do you think that's a fair reflection on the game today?
Well, as you've opened the questions like that, yeah, no, it wasn't. It is though, but it wasn't. Unfortunately, when you go, the third goal was important. And when you go 3-1 down, obviously the aura and the atmosphere gets sucked out of you. But not us, but the whole scenario of the ground. Because at the moment, we're not getting our own way. It wasn't a 4-1 game. I spoke to Kevin there and just, 3 of the goals from set pieces, like a corner, a free kick, and a penalty. But it's just, for me, it's fine margins. I thought we should have gone 1-0 up before they did. Dan's had a mistake from the keeper that he should have cashed in on. I think Yo's got in a good area and he just blasted it. He should be hitting the target over the bar. And then they've scored. We've come back and got a very good goal into Gal, a great ball into Gal by Ben and the set, and pleased for George. And then minute into injury time, worst time ever again. Second phase from a corner, and it's a great header, but physically they were bigger than us today, and I think that's come into the equation. Listen, they're a very good side. They've been together a couple of years. They've had a few additions coming in, but it's not a 4-1. At the end, I've thrown the kid on to give him a bit of experience, and you get a shout, what good's that going to do us and whatever. We know the it's 4-1. Let's give the boy a bit of experience and try. And I thought he went on and done all right, to be honest. What little bits he had, but overall we've lost 4-1. But it wasn't a 4-1 game. And again, if second half, if George puts that chance away, it's 2-2. And that's a good chance as well. Yo's been put through second half. Sorry, I'm trying to stop my door. Sorry, but Yo's been put through second half, and I think he'll be disappointed. We've had a pull back for Gal. There's a few, we've not created any chances, but they're a strong side, and we've lost 4-1.
How frustrating is it to concede on the cusp of half time, but then also, as you mentioned already, 3 of the goals, 2 were set pieces, 1 was a penalty. That must be really frustrating.
It is, but we were lacking a bit of height today. We knew that, but we can't have Emery marking a 6'4" geezer for the free kick. I've got to look at the video again because there's a few things I want to pick out. But look, we've got punished, but we could have been 2-2. George should have put that one up. He should have put that volley away to start the second half. Great ball in by Michael, great bit of play. Michael's knocked a great ball in, and instead of putting his foot through it, he's leant back, and that makes it 2-2. That's the important goal. They've got the third one. Obviously, the penalties, a Stonewall penalty, there's no problems with that. But in between that, we've had Yo get in between, and like I said earlier, we have had a couple of chances to try and get back in it, and at the moment we're not. It's not happening. So just said to the other reporter in now, it's a tough year this year. This is our fourth season, and you find out who's with you and who's not when things go wrong, more than when things are going right. At the moment, it's not going right. But it's not through lack of effort, lack of trying. Again, we've had 3 new faces start from our last game. So everyone says about consistency, and I'm not disagreeing with them, but we've had no choice but to introduce these players. So it's a tough ride, but I'm up for the fight all day long. We're looking at getting out of this league still, and we just lost 4-1. But it was never a 4-1.
And finally, was you encouraged by the performance from Michael?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, do you know what? I just said that he'd done his job. He'd done his job well. The 2 centre-halves took responsibility, the 2 forwards. He'd done his job in there. And we knew he blokes. He's obviously had a lot of football, but he's got a bit of experience about him, and I thought he'd done his job. So yeah, I was happy with him. Do you know what? I wasn't really. I'm not going to name names or whatever, but I wasn't really. I'm not going to turn around saying that no one worked hard or no one. It's just the fine margins. And at the moment, we're not getting it. And when you lose, listen, you've got to accept every criticism that comes. And I haven't got a problem with it whatsoever. But please have a bit of constructive criticism in it, all right? Like I said, the chop, the change. It's nothing to do with wanting to do it. It's just the way this season has gone. And today we played against a side that have been together a couple of years with a few fresh faces, and they're a good side. So could we got something out of the game? Yeah, we could have, but we didn't. And we've lost 4-1. So we've just got to go again next week. Hopefully there'll be a couple of faces. We know we've got to strengthen still, but the fight goes on, and that's what this year's all been about. Not just from today, but from the start of it. It's been a very long, drawn out season with so many changes. But that's what's happened.